Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is gonna be a video about why I think if you're trying to make advancements in spirituality, health, well-being, and just have overall joy in your life, why you should be an entrepreneur. I think if you go towards being an entrepreneur or having your own business, becoming your own boss would be the best thing for you, because then you don't have to worry about outside negativity. Of course, any negativity is going to be generated from yourself, how you can handle the negativity that's coming from outside. But if you're self-employed, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have to work hard. You're not going to have to work long hours, just like on a job. But you'll be working for yourself, for your own well-being, and your purpose will be set. And at the same time, you can structure your day-to-day so you can get your yoga and you can get your meditation in, the things that are essential for mental well-being and physical well-being and for longevity in your life. Now, with the day-to-day job, you can definitely do that, especially if you're in the right job, a job that you like. You can really advance very fast because you're always happy and things of that nature. But if you're on the flip side, like 90% of America, if you're in America, just waking up in the morning is a stressful deal. They say most heart attacks happen at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's when people are going to work. It's a sad thing, but it's true. Most people have major anxiety before leaving to work. Now, that anxiety is calling all sorts of ailments inside of you. It's bringing your immune system down. It's really messing up your energy mentally, and it's messing up your physicality to certain degrees because your mind is not right. Now, then, if you're already feeling that way, once you get into the job, I'm sure there's going to be some more stress because you don't enjoy the job. And with all that stress, you're getting all this cortisone going through your body that's making you either gain weight, lose weight, get disease. You can gain cancers and numerous things. And your mental well-being is going to constantly decrease and decrease and decrease and decrease over time, because you're going to be stuck in a cycle of stress, happiness when I'm home, stress, and it's going to be a normal thing for you to be in that state of mind. Now, if you can take yourself out of that element, what do you think is possible? Well, the sky's the limit. Even though most mental problems, most health problems are self-help, they come from the self. It's usually not the people around you, like I said once before. It's usually not the circumstances. It's not your boss yelling. It's not the job is too hard. It's just that mentally you don't have the capacity to deal with it. But in this environment that we live in now, we are conditioned to be stressful. So if we can eliminate some of that, like being away from things that would get us ticked off, that would start us to stress, and then on top of that, become more healthy in our eating, taking on meditation, doing some yoga, trying to clear our minds and being more positive. These things will bring out the benefits that you are possibly looking for in the first place. Now, If you are in a yoga class, meditation class, or doing this yourself, if you're a practitioner, being in the job, how do you deal with negative people? Because there's a lot of negative people. You go to work, I can guarantee you there's like 80% negative people, if not a higher percentage of negative people. Or even if they're not, negative gossip is the top conversation among people. It's just like when they have nothing to say, it's gonna end up on a negative tip, because they think the other person is going to relate to that, because the top conversation is usually negative. How do you avoid that? You can either avoid people, which is not good, because on the back end you're going to pay for it, because it's going to take a lot out of you mentally, and it's going to beat you down. Just long story short, a good way to deal with that is always change the subject and stay upbeat. Not like, oh man, I'm having a tough day. Oh man, you just gotta be positive about it. Like that would always, like, every time somebody says something bad, you try to flip it on its head. That could become annoying. But to always have your conversations on the up, talking about something positive or something neutral. Neutrality is always good, to have a main conversation about neutral topics and then drift into positivity, then go back to neutral, instead of being negativity, neutral, because that would just emotionally drain you. And now to have that kind of that kind of day, how we've been talking about, you wake up stressful, you go into the work, it's tough, stressful, then you got a stressful boss, and then you got negative conversation and emotions spilling out everywhere with employees and your peers. That's a bad combo, man. That's very hard to deal with. Even the best of the best that are very meditative, that's tough. It will wear and weigh on you eventually. Now, I'm not saying that this is my circumstances, because it's not. Like, I am fortunate that the people that I work for, they're really not that stressful. The employees, they are. Like, that's just how it rolls in my experience of jobs. That's not everybody's experience, but employees are usually not satisfied. And that's why I say, if you are an employee that's not satisfied, make your own way. Because it's not the boss's fault. It's not the job. And it's not anything else that you can blame it on. It's just you. Like, you can always change it. And it's not that the person that's yelling at you, it's not the asshole, it's not that lady, it's nothing else, it's just you, that you can't handle it. Because everybody has their own right to be upset, to be sad, mad, or whatever emotion that they're feeling free to express. Now, if you're in that environment and you can't deal with it, you need to fix yourself. And my advice is to be an entrepreneur, look for your own way, so you can branch out and fix your life how you want it. Get a nice routine going, meditations, yoga, some good things, and have the flexibility without having these trigger points for your stress. Now, if that was helpful, please leave it in the comments if you want to comment on that, because I know a lot of people feel very different about that, and I'm not really trying to get into, I understand that business is tough. Like, starting a new business is tough. You can always fail, but there's a lot of other things you can do. You can make investments. There's a lot of things you can do if you're an entrepreneur. But like if you're really on a path of well-being, this will really open you up, because it'll open up your creativity. It'll take down your nervousness, because if you're nervous, you're not at your highest potential. You can't express yourself at the highest peak. And if you're not expressing yourself at the highest peak, your energies are not flowing the right way. And if your energies are not flowing the right way, you're never going to open up and become more of yourself. So these circumstances are actually barring you or holding you down to this physical reality. You're being captivated by bills, payments of this, payments of that, so you can keep on to your luxuries of life. Your job is nailing you down to the floor so you can keep a hold of your luxuries. See, if you look beyond that and try to have more than that, to have longevity and prosperity and wealth, and I don't mean like loads of money, I mean just wealth and like being happy, having your family happy without any worries, having no stress in your life. That is way more better. Way more better. I always say that. It's way better than having tons of money. But you can have it all. You can have both. Just focus. And if this advice helped you, I am very happy. Leave a comment on anything that you want to talk about. If I can help you out in any way, also leave a comment. Give this a thumbs up, a thumbs down if you have to. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you.